are, if you're watching this video, you're feeling the pressure of time. There's never enough of it, and it feels like you're constantly playing catch up. I get it, been there, got a button and a t-shirt. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some time management tips that are guaranteed to get you off the hamster wheel and in a more productive space. All right, you will learn how to look at time differently. You'll learn 3 important mindsets to improve your time management. And lastly, I am going to give you my simple zero-sum calendar hack that I've been using for years. Number 1, I want you to think of time differently, okay? Time is a commodity and we need to treat it as such. It is not a renewable resource. Also, it has to be managed properly. Okay, if you don't manage your time, someone else will manage it for you. Now, there are 3 very important mindsets that I think it's important for you to have with respect to your time. But before we get there, I want to know from you, currently, how do you prioritize your time for maximum productivity? What are some of your tips and tricks? Now, these mindsets, first you have to have a quality over quantity mindset. Here, again, recognizing that time is precious and that you have to set boundaries to guard it. I've said this before, people will spend your time faster than they will spend your money. So if you do not have guards around your time, it is going to be very easy for people to steal it from you and spend it for you. A zero-sum calendar manages the expectations of people around you and it teaches them how to treat your time. The next thing is that self-affirming and abundance mindset is important here. You have to be able to walk confidently in your value and continue to grow your knowledge around whatever your area of expertise is, because you want to be able to put yourself first on your calendar so that you can continue to learn. And I want you to also remember to give out of your overflow. You have to put yourself first because you have to fill your cup first. And that means understanding yourself, what you need to do to be your best, understanding your area of expertise, finding the time to continue to grow and fill your cup so that you can share out of an overflow. The next and last mindset that I want you to think about here with respect to time management is the introspective mindset. Personal growth is important and it is not a destination, it's a journey, and you have to accept that. We should be in a constant state of learning. So we have to put our personal growth ahead of other things. So that introspective piece is important, and you have to know what your triggers are, because those are the things, those red flags, those things that are going to trip us up and prevent us from practicing what we know we need to practice to get better and be better. And you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan for when those triggers happen so that you can minimize the triggers or that you can modify the effect of the triggers, and you can swing yourself back to balance or course correct, if you will. So those 3 mindsets: quality over quantity, self-affirming and abundance, and then an introspective mindset.
All right, everybody. Okay. Thank you for getting back so quickly after the break. Andrea is going to be back with us here in a moment to share with us even more tips and techniques to help us prepare our strategy for the next year. I would love to hear your feedback, so be prepared to fill out our survey at the end of this workshop. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to give the stage back to Andrea.
So how do you prioritize time? Well, I do have an amazing video on my 6 blocks of time, and I will link that in the show notes below. But first of all and foremost, here's what I'll tell you about prioritizing your time. You have to fill in your self-care areas first. Take care of you first. Just like with your finances, you pay yourself first. This is for your self-care, your personal growth, all of those things. The next is you want to pinpoint the best time of day that you will be taking care of those family tasks. So obviously, if you have small kids and they have to get to school, you've got to pinpoint those areas where you will be getting kids ready for school, making breakfast. Maybe it's making dinner, maybe it's carpool, but you need to identify those times, pinpoint those times where family is important and those times cannot be disturbed. Next, you want to determine your miscellaneous time. I go into great detail about this in that video, those 6 blocks of time. Next, you want to carve out dedicated work time, whether you're working for someone else and you know that you're blocking off 8 to 5, or you work for yourself and you can break up your day to accommodate some of the other things in your schedule that you might need to accommodate. And then lastly, you want to establish what I call boo time. And here is where you are cultivating your relationships, making sure that you are spending time with the one you love the most so that you are pouring into and feeding that relationship, because it needs to be nurtured as well. So this is one thing, time, that you just don't get any more of. You can't make it if you tried. So the tips that I've shared with you today are for your immediate gain, your immediate ability to get control of your calendar right now. Before you head over and grab that happy planner or whatever your calendar of choice is, and I want you to take a look at this next video where I am sharing with you those 6 blocks of time that you need to be aware of that are going to help you fill it in so that you can make sure you are getting the things done that you need to get done, and you can stop feeling like you don't have enough time or you run out or whatever your issue is and you just can't get those things done. Use this video to help you prioritize your time. Now, that does it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember, we are in our next day of 12 Days of Reindeer Games, and all you have to do is answer the question of the video, tell me what those crazy reindeer were doing, and you will be entered into a drawing to be one of 4 people to have a guest spot on my podcast next year, the CEO Mindset Podcast, where we're constantly evolving and being open to failing forward. Make sure you answer the question of the video. If you don't remember what it was, you might need to go watch it again. And also tell me what those crazy reindeer are doing, because I would love to have you as a guest on my show, giving you more exposure. We have thousands of downloads a week, and you could be someone that they hear. So, hey, I don't know. If I were you, I would just, as simple as answering a question and telling me what those reindeer are doing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you never miss an episode, and I'll see you in tomorrow's 12 Days of Reindeer Games. Bye, guys.